bye home. Currently just off close haul. I'm running on wind vane mode at the moment. You've got to be careful because it very light downwind jibes. There's a tendency for the leech of the jib to get caught on the radar scanner, which happened this time. I was going to go and plot forward using the sheet, but that's inconvenient. We're just stooging around. All we've got to do is be somewhere near Marsden Cove about 45 minutes after Matthew rings me, which will be quite late in the afternoon, I think. I think the sail's set pretty well. Wind's a little bit steadier and slightly increased, so probably 8 knots. Close hauled at 45 degrees apparent. I think we'll tack up and go around the north end of Snake Bank, and Snake Bank is in front of us. So we need to go in that direction. Time for a tack. It's knotted around the end of the jammer. I had to tack back to get that off. At least didn't break the handle off. So fortunately we have space to get speed up and tack again. The wind's increased. We've got just about 20 knots apparent. Mind you, we are doing 7 knots into it, and I've managed to bring the angle down to 35 degrees. I'm not sure whoever suggested catamarans can't go to windward. Not their most favourite point of sail, and flat water it progresses quite well. Just had about a 30 degree wind shift. There is a runabout just up here. We might get past it. It's turning more. We might tack. It's a bit fickle under the headland here, but we'll manage. Whangārei Bay is over to the right. Looks like Leopard 46, where we have anchored a few times. A little bit further to the north, we're a little bit further to the south, about where the fizz boat currently is. I think we'll drop the sails on rear tahi in the wind shadow of Mount Aubrey. We're going to anchor in mainly, or maybe Little Whangārei Bay until Matthew arrives. Wind's swinging around behind us, and come round the point from here and just over the ridge. Whichever way, or pop the main down on the other side of Passage Island here. Okay, main's down. Let's decide where we're going to stop. I think just up in here will do. Right, anchored off the old freezing works. And this is Lort Point with Urquharts Bay in the distance. That's a much better paint job than some of the tankers. Right, there's the shore. There's Passage Island. Tide will be starting to come out soon. And then looking across to NorthPort. Tidying up the sail. Not going to do the stack back up, but make sure it's all in and reefing lines tidily away. Here comes the Aotearoa Chief. down harbour fully laden with cement. The old cement boat, which was a bit smaller, used to tear down the harbour and make a huge wake, which was fantastic fun. Surfing down it in the 12-foot tinny. She'll be heading out the entrance off to a port somewhere else, full of cement to make concrete. Some underwater creature is making a fuss just here. Must be fish feeding, I think. It's a reserve, so you can't fish anyway. There's quite a few shags swimming around looking for food. There's one drying its wings. There's been gannets diving and ubiquitous seagulls. One there. Well, it's nearing low tide. Matthew's been held up. Not sure when he's going to get here. So depending on the wind and what time, I'll either be anchoring over near Marsden Cove going to shore and picking him up, and maybe we could have dinner at the marina, or maybe I just motor in and pick him up off the end of the fuel berth or somewhere similar. Well, it's about half an hour until I expect Matthew to get here, so I'll mosey on over towards Marsden Cove Marina and see what the weather's like and what the plan will be. The birds are starting to make song. Probably can't hear it over the noise of the engines though. Right, anchor's up. I'll leave the top open. I've got the chain stopper off. We'll go and head over that way. So we were back over there. Now the sun's come below the clouds. It's quite nice. That's the rear tahi appearing. Looks like we've got more containers and bulk cement to go. The next containerised ship that comes in, and one logboat's left, just leaving this one, and they're not working on it at the moment. It looks like they've got a grabber, so for bulk cargo, so I might have bought palm kernel in. Very likely it'll be taking logs away. There we go, there's the top of the hopper that they unloaded onto on shore. I'm going behind the bucket now. Oh, here's our usual anchorage and the keen fishermen as usual. But, we're going to go a bit further to the west and be closer to the marina. Well, Matthew's just rung, he has arrived, so the plan is I'll go in and pick him up from the marina on to the boat. It's just easier rather than anchoring and dinging back. And right, the only problem is, of course, it's lowish tide, but we should be alright. I'll just keep away from where we touched previously. Okay, here we go. Oh, made it in without touching, as you should be able to. It's getting pretty narrow up here with a big blue multi-hull. Got a big blue multi-hull on this side and a big power cat on the other side. So one engine in reverse, and Matthew's at the fuel berth. So here's the very nicely presented Leopard 46. I think that'll be quite loud. Well, we're on our way back out again. It's not too far off low tide. We've safely navigated the channel without touching, keeping firmly to the middle. I did look at anchoring a blind channel, but forgot that we draw so much water. So bye-bye Marsden Cove Marina. I'll head to my usual anchorage, even though it's an onshore breeze. It's supposed to die out overnight. Okay, back at our usual spot, although a bit further out from shore, seeing the wind's coming from the north at the moment. So, sensible distance away. The wind's expected to die out overnight. It's 7 o'clock on Sunday. Beautiful morning. Forecast is for potentially heavy rain, hopefully this afternoon. By then we'll probably be back at Port Nikau because I've got to deliver Matthew back to his car down here. Might have lunch at the marina, Paul's restaurant. A little bit of a breeze overnight, so the dew's not so heavy. Wind's supposed to go southwest, I presume, about the time the rain front comes through. Generators running. Looks like another overseas boat coming in. There's a courtesy flag flying from the starboard spreader. Or maybe another one. Certainly motoring fast. Right, well, we have the main up, just motoring out. So maybe Matthew has dealt with the anchor. So they are lowering product into one of the hoppers. Well, we're off pretty close haul. Might have to put a tack or two in some stage. We've got the beginnings of incoming tide with us, so that will be helping. So bye-bye anchorage west side of NorthPort. Right, well, there's the entrance to Marsden Cove Marina, going past to port. A little blue penguin and a shag. Maybe they're friends. Well, Matthew's going to be in charge, and I'm going to do dishes. That should keep me occupied for a short period of time. Dishes has commenced. after boiling the jug, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of wind out there, but that's Matthew's problem, not mine. Now I'm progressing and Matthew's resorted to motoring. Furling the jib at the moment. Sign of optimism. So I've actually got, I would suggest it's hard on the nose. The main's been put away. Oh, maybe just fix this. Well, we're past home. I think he's tacking. Hey, look, we're being passed. I think he's going to find it. So a wee bit unpredictable with the jib. He's had to ease it to build up speed, and then he can start coming back up again. Right, we're on course for a very close reach, or almost close hauled. And there's just the jib. Tacking again. Well, here's a faster catamaran coming. But we are making progress, helped very much by the incoming tide. Oh, morning tea time. And Matthew's having his morning tea, and I even have biscuits, Matthew. Oh, Matthew's putting in another tack. Actually making reasonable progress. Big jib, bigger keels. Catman 2 would never go to windward like this. She would go to windward. But she'd be doing slightly close reaches. So obviously would have made faster progress if the main was still up, but that's very interesting. Just seeing how she goes under jib alone in light winds. The tide's helping, but it's certainly not the only force at play. Well, we've made it up to Whangārei, and Matthew's going to furl the jib. It's fairly windy motoring into it. Right, bye-bye Lower Harbour. Next weekend we're down in Queenstown because Matthew's running a marathon. So I'm about 2 videos ahead, so you'll still have something. Well, you won't know because you'll still be watching. Okay, coming into dock. Of course, I've got Matthew standing by with our very long pole.